so show can't handle me. I'll never be no rhinestone pageant queen. I'm a wild horse racing through the darkest night. Used to dream neath the moon by the old oak tree, throwing spells across the river just to let it bleed. Swore I was gonna make it out of here alive.
Hi guys, to everyone in Tada from Poison Rock, we give a welcome back to iLUKA. I mean, everyone knows that I love you, iLUKA.
Yay, it's so good to be back. It's so good to be back. I feel like we've tried to organize this for a little while now, and it just feels like a big time to be reconnected with you.
Exactly, because last time we did it 1 year ago, kind of a little bit, was this kind of August, and there was the Haunted one released. And just that, not even Wings was out yet.
Oh my god, so much has changed since then. Wow.
And I remember that I put as an alarm clock Haunted one, and people hated me. They were the kind of sleeping with, because on the morning that was all the time. So like, I can't listen to this song anymore.
Turn it off.
But since then, I mean, there has been a lot of releases, because your music, let's say, you don't release a song just for the purpose of releasing a song. All the songs that you release, the singles that are out, have a deep meaning. You wrote that in a, we can say, historical moment of, especially Women Got Mad. That was amazing, really, because it has a lot in there, that song. So I leave it to you to explain, because of course we can read we can read the lyric and understand, but you wrote the lyric. You wrote the lyric. It's I think kind of a hymn for women.
You specifically Women Gone Mad?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was very much a culmination of it was written in early January, kind of late December, and it was, I'd been writing so many different verses. Sometimes it takes a while to,
of course,
I can be a bit of a perfectionist with my lyrics, so I'll rewrite my verses. And I kept kind of rewriting these verses because I feel like I live in Los Angeles now, and obviously everything going on over here politically, and at the time, the administration, and there was so much stripping away of minority rights, and it was like we were being bombarded every day with different awful things that were happening. And it was like this idea of going mad and kind of losing it and going insane, it was like the only reasonable response to everything that was happening. So that was kind of where that idea came from. I was like, how do we stay, like, you can't be sane in these times. Like it just felt like the only response was to go mad, and in both, you know, anger and also like losing mind a little bit. And at the same time, I also, as this song was kind of finding its
the structure,
finding its structure, and I was kind of pulling together pieces and, you know, talking about different parts of how women are represented in media, and this whole weird kind of perfection that's expected of women and their bodies, and like there was so much to pull from. And then at that same time, I was living in a place called Altadena in Los Angeles, and I went through the fires.
Terrible.
And I didn't lose my place, but I very nearly did, and had very good friends very close by that lost their places. And that was a whole other, that kind of brought in this, and there was that particular verse where I talk about, you know, why the planet burns for the billionaires, because it was just, it seemed like it was an insane thing to go through, and there was such a feeling of anxiety in the city, and everybody was affected in some way, even if not you directly, it was, you know, a friend. Or, so then that kind of bled into this, like, this kind of mad, how, and then looking at the climate crisis, and how are we responding to that, and that kind of all came into it too. So it was all these pieces, and then after going through that, I was like, okay, I think this song is ready to come out. And I finally, I feel like all the bits were in there that I really wanted to say. It was just this kind of moment of being direct to women and being like, it's so like a reasonable response right now is to go mad, and if not kind of angry. It was an embracing of rage, which I think is really important right now, with everything that's going on. So that was kind of the best that song.
It's a song that it can be really applied everywhere, every time, because you just go on TikTok, you have 1,000 of people like going through fucking using, like you mentioned, Ozempic, for example, as a fucking shitty things to lose weight. You have those shitty TV news, we don't mention again. So you took things that, and of course that thing that are happening, like fires, could be earthquake, could be also things that are shaking your life in first person. As a woman, we experience kind of doubled than other people, because let's face it, they get easier opportunity to rebuild their life. I mean, it's not that we have to just literally, if we don't show our legs like the 50s, we are not given the same opportunities. That's a matter of fact. They say, oh, but you have the same opportunities, same rights. No, we don't.
No, and we're seeing that now more clearly than ever, I would say.
It doesn't matter if we are in as well, like right now it's an historical moment, I think, also for California, for all over the world, is because your country, my country are so close. I don't understand, they don't get apart. They love each other, but let's just keep the political outside, because I don't think we are so much. Let's talk about it, because this is the month of the pride, for the people to be happy and express themselves no matter what, against everything. So that's, I think, also your music embrace these I don't want to say diversity, but these beautiful shades of the human life.
Totally. And I mean, Wings particularly was that entirely. It was finally this, like, I feel like so many people who've tried to, and if we're talking about pride, dim their light, be a little bit more palatable in the world, especially if you're from small towns, which a lot of people are. I felt this way in Australia. Australia can be a little, you kind of have to look the same, kind of be a little bit more palatable. And I think Wings totally was that moment for me of being like, no, what makes you so,
and it's me, like,
incredible is your shine and whatever colors and however you express in this full way, and embracing that, and just being like, fuck you to everyone that doesn't accept that, and people will find that challenging when you see someone that is fully comfortable and standing in their own authenticity, whatever that looks like, and people do find that confronting, because a lot of people don't feel like they can do that, so it's kind of triggering for them. So that was definitely Wings.
Giving yourself the wings to fly, and be the fact you want to be tomorrow. I don't know whether just because I know it's not only a thing about the gender or just being ethnicity, race, just who you are in the core. Totally. You want to dress in pink tomorrow, you want to do a tattoo, just go outside and be who you are. And I think, like, you more than anything, I can express this as an artist, because we are seeing that. I'm seeing that, I see on you have a transformative way of being in the especially in the music video, also as a woman. I mean, you change in all your videos. I was like, wait, what is that? But also you cry evil. The dress. I look everywhere for them. I want that dress. For this shit.
The red one?
Yeah.
The shoulder. Yeah. That was fun. I had this really funny comment from this lady, which I loved. And she said, however old her child was, 4 or 5 year old, we were watching the video together, and she said, "Mummy, I want to be like her. She's like a dragon."
Oh,
And I was like, that is cool. I was compared to a dragon.
yeah.
That's the coolest thing ever. And for like a little girl to look up to someone being a dragon more like a princess, I was like,
Exactly.
that's cool.
Yeah,
I will be a dragon any day.
because you show in your music that you could be like, you know, the sweet girl, but don't mess with me because I'm the girl with the boots. Don't forget. Don't forget that. I can kick your ass if I want.
Right, totally.
Yeah, but that video was really beautiful, Cryable. I mean, it was a shot in the desert, so I mean, and also the choreography. I mean, it's a big, because also you have you started to release this beautiful music video with all your music. Like first was Cry Evil, Girl on the Run, California Boys. I mean, let's start with Cry Evil. I mean, also the meaning of the song and the music video, because I know all the music video by memory, but let's pretend that I don't know them. Okay, so tell me about the video. How it was recorded.
Yeah, the video. Yeah, so this was amazing. So basically, all of the dancers we got on board, and this was the coolest thing ever, because I've never worked with that many dancers where they kind of turned up on set, and my movement director and director Haley of that video, she was basically like, there was this really beautiful moment. So we had two parts to it. There was the desert, and there was the more inside or studio stuff with all the dancers where we were moving. And basically there'd been no choreography, but we were there, and basically Haley had this beautiful way of being like, how would you move to this kind of music? So it was this very like intuitive, kind of very sensual, and basically there were moments where she was like, where each dancer had a moment to move in a way, and it was really cool, because there were moments we were like, be feral, because the song is sensual, but it's also like very feral and very primal, and that's what I really, really wanted to come across, because I think the most beautiful thing for a woman to be is feral and primal, and this kind of like moments of like grotesque, you know, this like animalistic, and it was such a special experience being in the studio with these dancers who were amazing dancers, and like all kind of feeling our way into this, like these different feelings, and it was such a cool experience. And I remember specifically when they all had their moments of doing their own dance, and then so one would come in, dance, and then move on, and then one would come in. And I remember just standing at the monitor watching and just like sobbing, because it was my song playing, and just watching these women. It was like such an art form, seeing the way they moved their bodies, and seeing this like these kind of different aspects, because I think especially in the media, and we see a lot of beautiful women, you know, being nice and sweet and sometimes sensual, but not too sensual, because you can't be too sensual in this world. But you don't often see this like really, grotesque, raw, primal,
exactly.
Like, and it was
the essence of a woman, I think, is where the feminine energy came from, the balance from the feminine and masculine energy of us women came from, is the grounding, is the Mother Earth. So Mother Earth is made of earth. So earth is primordial, and it's like walking barefoot on the earth. That's that. So that's why I also saw the desert, and I also connected like all this. It's like that you were putting there like the red of the fire, like all the elements to say, just like go with the and have the fucking grounding and just be fucking you, because also the red color was really popping up, like almost kind of it was kind of a symbol, like the fire of the or I mean, it's a beautiful color, but I think it was something that you wanted to put outside, like as a kind of a woman, to be just like not only the fire of the passion, but the fire of, like I said, the feral of a woman.
Totally. Rage. I mean, red is rage. Red blood, the blood of a woman. Yeah, there's so much powerful kind of symbolism that comes from the color red and love. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, of course, people can see all these beautiful music video and song. You have Spotify, you have all your social media, YouTube. Just go there and just go and comment and comment and comment.
Yes.
And also, because we will mention soon, you have on Instagram the beautiful cover. So for the people that would like to know more about what's going on in iLUKA world, they should join the coven, because you release there also the pre-saving of the song, because that's important. That's one thing that I did all the time, because you got the pre-saving, and that's how I listen on Wings for Eva, always with the pre-saving, because you can listen one day before, and I can't wait all the time, like the day. So people really can, it's a good way also to know more about something that will come later, whatever, something that we're going to talk in a while. And also then it came out with the Girls on the Run, which is a kind of don't want to say rewriting, but a new version of a song that you wrote before, because I heard the song, but I was like, this is different, something is different, because with this song you started something new also in a fashion trend, and I hate you for that, because I started to buy Texan boots, cowboy boots.
You started to buy which?
Cowboy boots.
Oh yes.
You started literally the era of a country girl with a cowboy boots, but now you started really a new trend. I think that's not only music wise, but you started literally a trend of girl dressing in a way. That's, I think, also because you're influencing a lot of girl outside, including me. So you're doing something. But as a song, why you choose that song to rewriting, and what is the main difference in the rewriting of this song?
So I wrote that song. So it was originally called Blue Jean Baby, and I'd always loved the song. But I'd basically written it as a teenager, and it was very much this kind of, I'm waiting for someone to come and save me. And it was very romanticized in the sense of, it was kind of before I'd left Australia, and the whole storyline was, I really want to get out of here, but I'm waiting for someone to come and get me out and take me out and metaphorically save me. And basically, obviously, I ended up getting out of Australia, and that was a whole chapter of my life, and I very much did that on my own, and leaving a relationship behind. And there was this whole chapter of really having to dig deep into myself, because moving across the world on your own is a huge thing, and finding my home here, and it was such a pretty tumultuous time, and I kind of came out of that, and now I feel like I've come out of that, and I have my feet planted on the ground again, and it feels like home where I am now. And that song particularly, I remember just listening back on it one day, and I was like, this is such a, like, I still love the song, but I just had this idea of, what if I rewrote it as something that reflects what the actual truth of what my life has ended up being, and where I am at in my life in terms of making peace with what I've created for myself, and not waiting for anyone to come and complete it. And I think we're, as if you're socialized as a woman in this world, there are so many messages constantly that tell us that we're not complete until we have this other person, and this other person will make us whole, and once we get that, we'll really be happy, and we'll really it's just so not being true for me.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, it's so not being my life at all, and not being true for me. whilst I'm very much for, if you know, having relationships, especially if they're aligned, I'm all for that. But this kind of waiting for some picture perfect.
Yeah, no, but I understand.
Yeah,
I wanted to move. I moved somewhere also in Europe or in Italy. It was with someone. So right now, when I'm standing here and I say I would like to leave Sicily and move in another place, a part of my head, you know, that is still affected by that step. But I should go away. No, like you don't have to wait to have a relationship to move someone else, maybe go to an East country or move together in another country. No. Why? Because always you ended up maybe to break up and that you just move for yourself, and then you're gonna look at the back at your past and said, I did that step, this step for you, because you did it, you moved for yourself, you released all this amazing music, song and thing for yourself, for you, for the world, for people to listen. You created your own career for you, for no one else. So I iLUKA because she decided to do it.
Yeah. And that, I love how you said that, because it's like, and this is what I always want to impart on girls particularly. I'm like, don't wait, just do it, just go for it. And that was the whole thing behind Girl on the Run, was like, chase your dreams, not boys, or love, or like follow your dreams, create your dream life. And yes, of course, let if things flow, and of course fall in love, but chase your dreams and do the thing, like just go for it. And that was it kind of just became the story of me leaving behind my old life and the kind of expectations of that life, and creating this whole new life here. And I actually had started writing the lyric, or kind of finished the lyrics, when one of my best friends and I were on a road trip. So
you made some story about that, I think.
Yes.
Is that your friend, the amazing photographer, I guess?
Yes. Yeah. Daniela. Yeah. And amazing. It was such a beautiful time for both of us, and it was quite a
journey.
It was a really beautiful trip. Yeah. And it was very like Thelma and Louise, and we were both on a road trip and creating together, and that was where I kind of finished the lyrics, particularly of those verses. And that was kind of the feeling I wanted as well. I wanted this very much like open road.
Exactly.
Yeah, as if like Thelma and Louise were driving, you know, with the top down. On some desert highway.
You are on the run from someone, you're on the run for you, you're exploring the world, especially you're being in a new country, you're exploring the world, you're exploring the states, getting lost in the highways.
Totally.
That's
totally.
And also like, because in the music video, that's also what we see, you on a horse riding away. That's the perfect metaphoric. And also because it's okay for us to romanticize, you know, about life, being a little bit, you know, delulu, but not too much about, because we are romanticized about, you know, relationship wise with a man, about a woman, about whatever is their sexuality. But we can romanticize in our life for ourselves, like our life with us. We should more romanticize like our life, what we want to do. Our life could be a beautiful rom-com, but for us, with us, me, us, and us, a close friend.
Love.
Yeah.
Totally. And that was totally the feeling of that song. Yes, romanticizing your own life and creating this. Yeah, your life is a movie, and you can romanticize it as if it is, and I think that's beautiful.
And of course, with the last release, the California Boys, I think that's pretty clear. We said it before, we don't say it now because that was private, but we said it before, what it's the cadence, the print, stamp and stamp and stamp. That's an amazing song, and the video clip, one of the best songs, because it's really another iLUKA. I mean, you're like the 2021 version of Cher, like reinventing yourself all the time. It's beautiful. And I love that. We have the same necklace. I'm not joking. I think I have it here. We have the same fucking necklace. I don't know.
Oh, we do.
We have it with the moon there down. It's same. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with us? We're the same closet.
Good taste, you know. What
yeah, of course, good thrifting. We remember
yes,
thrifting always.
always thrifting.
And of course, like, of course, that song about California boys, I mean, the meaning is pretty clear, but there was some inspiration from you that came, like, I want to write this song because I want to the girl or the world that just how would you explain, like, in few words, really California voice? Because I love the video, like, I love the video.
Yeah, it was very much just a story that I wanted to tell, that, you know, a bit of an eye roll.
Okay.
I kind of kept finding myself in these like almost relationships with kind of this cut copy type of person, type of man. And, you know, I realized the more I kind of spoke about it and talked to my girlfriends about it, it was, you know, everyone had experienced something very similar.
Exactly.
So yeah, and so I kind of just wrote it in a way that it was part eye roll, part also, you know, I have always been a person, again, going back to this, like, I am a romantic, and I can be one of those people that falls very fast and that has this kind of
Welcome to the club.
Big capacity to love, and that has often gotten me into trouble.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, it was this, you know, trying to be a little more vulnerable, because I feel like a lot of the songs prior had been this very, very strong and empowered, which is a part of who I am. That is totally authentic to me, but there is also this very human person that is going through exactly the same things as everyone else, and is trying, you know, to find love, and gets into trouble. And so I think it was a moment of being a little more human.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they made these men today. They are kind of emotionally unavailable, and I don't know how just you only have situationships that
oh my God.
I'm done. I'm done.
Like, I can't do casual, and I've realized as well that I'm a very deep feeling,
because
like,
you're so
passionate person, and I can't do casual. I just can't. It doesn't work for me.
Maybe
so I'm
years ago, but now no, because, you know, when you start, it's like you start to date someone, and it's normal in the early beginning. Of course, you're not the first date. What we will up. Okay, of course we are dating, we are seeing each other, but which is the long-term goal? I mean, at least just let's figure out that. Then we can go lower as you can, of course. But let's figure out what we want, and that's the problem, because none of these, I mean, not everyone, but I think the one that I had to deal with, they don't know, or they don't want you, or maybe they even lie. Yeah, we will see. We will see what? Explain, tell me. Like, I don't have any more 20 years to spend my life about it. I don't want to get older and married too, but at least, you know, even if it's something that has to end, at least leave something that is worth it. And also it's not like one night stand or casual, something that is even like worth it to live. Could be just a short time period of your life, but it's going to be a beautiful memory, not wasted years. There is already a song from Skid Row called Wasted Years. I don't need that. So
Totally. I'm all about just calling it what it is and going for it in that moment. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I'm very much not someone that can, we'll see and wait. And I'm not that person.
I mean, with this song also, I think you showed there is still a little bit of the iLUKA of Queen of Turbulent Arts. That's
totally.
Like, there's still that somewhere. That sound is still there. It's more mature sound, of course.
Yeah, what would you call that? Like, as someone that's listened to it all, what's that?
Like, you mean as a sound?
Queen of Turbulent. Yeah, what's the? I'm fascinated. Is it like a
more cowgirl more than queen?
Right.
Cowgirl, cowgirl of non-turbulent art. Cowgirl of just your own art, cowgirl, of my own art, my own turbulent
Yeah.
art. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, these with the like I said, with the there is this still, I think, a sound of or still soul of this Queen of Turbulent Art that it's been your full length. Well, it was your first full length or second?
First, yeah.
And now we're getting ready to something new. I mean, not new, but it's been a while. So because you release songs, and of course, I think people are waiting to have a way to, like all these songs put it together. And we know that we saw in the social media you recording, so we can say there is a album of a new full length of iLUKA, fully mixed and recorded album. The only thing that we will see later in the time there will be an official announcement is the release date, but it's ready. We can make it ready. And
yeah, done and it's finished, which is wild.
To have your finally full length with all these songs and the other songs. How does it feel? Because of course it's what do you think is changed from Queen of Turbulent Arts in this new record that we don't say, that we just say new record, we leave the mystery at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's just deepening my relationship with myself, my artistry, taking a few more risks. I think it's, this sonic land of where a lot of the songs that people might recognize me from is, Haunted One and Cry Evil and Wing, which is a definitely a little bit of a different sonic world to a lot of the songs in Queen of Turbulent Hearts. So yeah, I think it's just growing. I think I've definitely gotten a little more direct in how I write my lyrics, and there's definitely a directness that maybe wasn't there as well in Queen of Turbulent Hearts, and I think that just comes from leaning more into my authenticity, really leaning into this, there's definitely this femme rage thing, but there's also, even though there is that, there's also a lot of other elements too. I definitely didn't want to make an entire record that was solely that as well, because there is so much, there are some more vulnerable piano ballads, and again, just always coming back to this, like, because I think what I may seem like on social media, and definitely the songs that have taken off, is this very empowered, and which I am, but I'm also human. And so there's definitely I really wanted to, with this record, to allow people to see, a more vulnerable side as well, and see my humanness, and kind of come on a bit of a journey. I think there's I literally listened to the album like front to back. I did the track listing. I finalized the track listing over the weekend. I listened to it front to back, and it's a real journey. And I think, which I really wanted, I wanted to allow people to really see me, and see all the different facets of me, and see, my journey. So it's really exciting. I think it's just, deepening.
Because I think there are still songs that we don't know. We didn't have the chance to listen yet. But you're planning to release before some other songs of the album?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so we will have some. I mean, you're releasing all the album, and then you're gonna so I'm like releasing all the single in the album, and then here you are. You can have it all in one. So because I think that's also the beauty of you, because many artists just, that's each person has their own way of releasing music. But like you're doing, it's like you're literally giving to me and of your fans the chance to listen literally to all of your song of your album. So feeling it, learning, like literally singing like out loud with the music, and then say, here you have the album. You can have it. And it's a good way also to not, because sometimes the album, when people start to listen full length, they don't go through all the full length. They skip. And it's a
totally. Yeah, I really wanted to take my time releasing it and give people like all the little bits before then they had the kind of full body of work. That was definitely always what I really wanted to do. Yeah.
And I think like, because of course, like, because you always have this kind of folkish sound in you, but it goes sometimes goes more like in the rockish way, also pop as well. There's not kind of a country, it's not like literally like a label for your music, because like I said, even people who listen pop love your music, people who listen metal love your, that's the beauty, because I have people, every type of people in my life. So this is iLUKA. Oh, I love her. Like I told you, the photo, leave her while we're shooting the photo, leave her.
Yeah.
There's something that your music is catchy, but not catchy in a way that is taken for granted. It's giving always the good mood, forget the shitty problems, or giving you a perspective. You have I think this gift that really, also as a songwriter, include your words that really help people, because it's not only music that I like to hear, for example, like having fun dancing with, listening and pay attention. So today I was listening, like what I said, California Boys, but also Girls on the Run. And that verse that I don't need a man, now someone to come and save me, that is the thing that it's stick with your music and with because you leave a print, you leave literally a mark on people. So, you have a fan base that is growing and growing. So you made the right choice to be the girl on the run from Australia to
I know, thank God I made that, right? Yeah.
I mean, Australia is amazing too, but maybe I think that music wise in California, in the US, you have more chance to perform the music you want. And also having also the artists closer to you that you're friends with, maybe. And because also in the last interview we did, you were going to do some live show. Was I think one of your first live show in US, and you did the live show. So we can say that also you have kind of, I don't want to say a band, but live musician to perform with.
Yes, and that is like my absolute favorite thing about what I do is playing live, and all I do is be on the road. So I feel so lucky that the start of this whole new chapter, starting from Haunted One, I've been, gathering a team around me who I love, and we're working very hard on being able to get me out on the road, and that's
it's not gonna be difficult
around, specifically around the album, and that is all I want to do is be able to tour the world, and we're working on it.
Yeah, because as far as I understand, you're like me. You love to be like literally like on the road as a Kerouac, for example, let's say. So if once the album will be released, of course there's gonna be some live shows, party release, and then I think it's gonna grab the attention. Already, I read the article of people writing about your music, so it's spreading. And more it spread your music, more your live show is spreading, more you have the chance also not only to tour in US, in all the Americas, but even we need you in Europe. Where are
I want nothing more than to come into Europe. So
so because I mean, you're like I said, it's of course it's not like happens from day to night. It's takes time. But like I said, there are girls, women like you, like Kiki Rockwell, these other amazing musicians called the Soap Girls. They're now touring in US. They are from South Africa. Two girls, they're completely empowered women playing. Don't give a two sisters, beautiful. Listen to them. They're really amazing. They tour with a van, and their mom is a manager. They're really amazing women. And all of you coming out, you're really giving a new side to the music, a new face to the music. And like I said, it's so beautiful to listen, like the old beautiful pop rock, Fleetwood Mac, Madonna, sure, it's beautiful. But that is okay to listen, but listen to the fresh, to the new.
Totally. And there's so many just amazing, female artists right now. I think it's such an exciting time for music.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Yeah, there's so many amazing female songwriters coming out, just writing amazing songs that
from any genre.
Yes, that is so full of truth and that is such an amazing reflection of where the world is at right now. I think female artists are honestly, I think, leading the way, and I feel so honored to be in, among this kind of wave of female artists, just really writing some.
Cool because also it's also even in the rap music coming out a lot of amazing girls, even young girls, it's also Native American young girls putting all the anger. That's what we need, and I think it's that's why people want to listen to this music, because it's true. It's not like before. Nothing to take away from the goddess, like. But because I think it was the same way like with Madonna in the 80s, that she wanted to put herself out, say this is me no matter what. This is now like we are all women, we know what the situation is. So when we listen to your music, we understand this message. When I listen to, I don't know, Kiki Rockwell, that goes more through this fantasy world about LGBTQ, it's important to listen that instead of being, I don't know, for example, a man night is a female night. So you see different sides, you see, and also you see that this rapper song singing about the land back thing. We don't know what is the land back here. So let's spread the message. That's what I see also when I talk with you. I say, what's going on in LA in this moment, because you're living there, you're seeing there. When was the fire going on and also the protest? I was showing your feed to my friend. You see, this is what is going on. And of your friend, the photographer. If follow her, if I can mention, it's called Indigo Violet. She's absolutely amazing photographer. If I will be, when I will be in California, because I didn't forget what I said, when I will be in US, which is California, of course, I have to meet her. She's an amazing. For me, it's the best photographer I ever saw by now. I'm sorry to mine, but she's amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
So you have this amazing tour staff of friends, family that you created there, of people that are also artists. And I think also your live musician would be artists. So people, of course, they will start also to wait now for some other release that you already give some hint in your coven join. So, but of course we can, before the release of the album, so we can see other releases then of songs.
Yes.
So we will see in the next weeks and months. We have the summer to enjoy more songs of iLUKA.
Yes, it is like a fast train right now. There are songs upon songs.
Okay, I have to be fast.
Yeah. There are so many songs coming. Yeah. So everyone, get on board. The train is rolling.
I mean, it's time, because of course the Haunted one, is it went amazingly on TikTok, social media. People were doing stitches. They wanted you always to do the walk with but then of course you have all your music that has been releasing and people are loving it. I mean, I loving it. So I can't wait to listen to the other one. And have all, but you're also planning to release the album in a physical copy? Because I need to.
Absolutely. There will most definitely be vinyl. I've waited for this moment. Yeah, there will most definitely be vinyl. Yeah.
I know already that it's gonna be there because I keep my vinyl. Yeah. Of course I will have to have it to be on vinyl. And also some merchandise you're planning also to do, or it's just vinyl? So
yes, definitely merch as well. Yeah.
So I mean, of course it's gonna be cool merchandise. We know for sure. So I can assure you, you're not gonna be disappointed by iLUKA taste. I mean, no, really. Every time I go to the photo shooting, my husband really said to me, "What did she post now that you wanted to do a photo shoot?" Oh, she had, these jeans, low-waisted jeans, similar to mine, and this shirt, and the black leather pants. What the fuck is going on? It was literally like a run, like, but I think it's also a way that is good sometimes also to see inspiration, see how we inspire each other, and you're not like there, showing like Gucci bags, just showing who you are, like also showing your journey. That's also what I like about you, the connection you have with your fan, going throughout the thrifting store, it's just showing how you are. I just it's not like someone, okay, I'm super fan. Okay, fancy could be cool sometimes, but just showing who you are. And I think you created your own style now. So that's also a fashion brand. You should create your own fashion brand. Really, look, you have to do it.
I mean, that's a dream of mine, to create my own fashion line. So maybe not for a little while, but like that is totally a dream of mine.
Because you have that. I mean, you have that. I think you have also that gift to go and see, to find pieces of dresses and put it with the other one, and because it's a good message to send also to the people in the world. Just don't be, just go and try and risk, dress as you want, mix genre.
Yes, and I also am so passionate about like upcycled clothing and fast fashion, because fast fashion is just so incredibly bad for our planet. And I've always, in the ways that I can, try to, thrifting is so great, and with smaller designers who upcycle a lot of their materials. But something along the lines of upcycling. I'd love to create a line that's all about individuality and I don't know, showing people that you can dress really uniquely whilst being good for the planet. That's kind of what inspires.
How would you be called how would you call your fashion line?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't thought enough about it.
We can just call it iLUKA. I think knowing you should give it like some vintage, kind of vintage, not vintage fashion, but vintage dreamy name, something like that, or some better things.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
It could be something that you can throw in the comment and say, advices, because I love that also. What did you do about California boys to give your to say to your fan, write it down I was like, okay, I'm ready. Write it down, your experience. I'm ready with a man with 28.
And we all have such similar experiences, and that is also so much a part of what I think music is so amazing. You see that your experience, you're not alone in that. And I've loved doing this like tea time with my fans, because it's like another way to be able to like, oh my God, you're seeing all these people commenting and you're being like, I've literally experienced exactly that. And I think it's really
because when I commented, there was a girl that a fan of it, she said, oh man, they must be the same. I was like, probably. Mine must be the same too, because he had one in Norway, he had the one in Mongolia, he had the one in France, and he was the name was that on the ID, but had a lot of nicknames and different jobs. Wow, what is the difference? It's all the same pizza. And at the end we call it all together the Goblin, because that's how it looks like. That's literally what it deserves. Not to offend the Goblin, really, or not to offend, just sorry, Goblin, but that's what we agree. Because you know what is weird about it's that if we took the good side, the positive side of it, is that out of the negative, of course, and also artful experience, we talk all together. So we became friends. Basically, we became friends because we were helping each other. Like, what did he say to you? And then we're just talking now, like, oh, he unblocked you. Oh, what a piece of shit. How are you? And then we stop talking about him and just talking about stuff. So you got friends out of a shitting. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
And that's all a way you have also to communicate your fan. That's really like interactive. It's not just I'm there making photos, making video. It's also interacting and posting also some. Because I think you posted also some recording from your house was like maybe more like in a country way. so you're showing also that you have some also that roots in you, that country roots on you, that's still like a little bit in iLUKA a little bit. So there's a lot in you, and I love that recording, that the video recording. It's sweet. It's I have to send you some musician from Nashville also, because there's a really, her name is Jessie Woodlands. She's amazing. She's from Nashville.
send it through. Yeah.
She's writing a lot of country music, really like country, darkish, and like you see, there's a lot of girls around the world that all of you are doing, giving music as tools to stand up from the standardized women. Because who wants standardized women now? I don't think someone wants to have a doll either. You hear me? Okay, perfect. I hear you. Okay.
Sorry. Okay, you're back. Yeah.
Just like you're giving tools to give to the women to get out of the comfort zone. And so if you aside on join the coven to be updated for the album, because once the album is out, we have to come back to talk, because that is going to be promoting the live shows. But also I think it's important to the girl, to the young. Always I give a look to the younger. What would you what do you feel to say to them as iLUKA, like literally, because of course a lot of your fans are like kids, teenager, so what do you feel like to say to them?
Ooh, I think always, firstly, never, I don't want to say the word never. Okay, let's start that again. I think the main thing is don't wait for someone to come in, help you create the life or make something better for you. Don't ever wait for someone else. And that's particularly even artists, I would say the same thing. It's like nobody is going to come and be like, hey, here's a record deal, or here's a manager, or here's a perfect person that's going to love you and make everything better. That is just not going to happen. And I think the sooner you realize that, and realize that you are responsible for creating your dream life, you've just got to go and do it. Yeah. And it's going to be hard, and it's going to be raw, but just fucking do it. Just go out and do it. Exactly. Don't wait on anyone. Life is short. And I'm such a example of this, is that the universe will reward people who are bold and who, if it's aligned with who you are, just do it. And I promise the universe will be like, wow, like here, you did it. You jumped off whatever thing you jumped off to get to where you need to go and where you need to be. And the universe will reward you for that. But yeah, never wait on anyone. Because nobody's going to come along and make it happen. Nobody. So
never wait for people just to, even it's also like when you have to go, you want to do a trip, you want to go somewhere, it doesn't matter, and you have that friend, that boyfriend, let's say, okay, let's go together, but they may be waiting for, I don't know, some, and then you end up to lose the journey, to end up losing the live show, to end up losing whatever. Just if you want it, do it. Maybe the other person can join you after, whatever, but go for yourself, because you can lose so many beautiful opportunities and memories.
I know, waiting on people. Just go and do it.
And also on time, because if you say that, okay, maybe now I'm gonna do that, maybe I'm gonna do that next year, do something if you want that now. And you moved in US, that's what I wanted to do too. So I said, okay, this summer I have something planned in Norway, so that's okay, but after that there's nothing planned. I have to live here. I love you, but I have to go abroad, at least to see if that's the place for me, because I can't see, I can say, I have to feel it. So I have to leave it, because I had this opportunity to be surrounded by people from California, the Bay Area, all in one day. I was like feeling home. So if I have this connection, my friends, my best friends are there, at the end, what I'm leaving, my mom and dad, but they're here, they're good. So at least for for a trip. And then if it's meant to be, I will come back. But then work, that's just, it doesn't matter if it could be also the opposite. People from US wanted to go and live in the most remote area of Sicily. Try it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Anything.
Just do it. And I also was talking to a friend recently about it, and this was another piece of advice we kind of fleshed out, is that you don't need to have clarity on what your life is going to look like when you are in this other place, or when you're doing this other thing. You don't need to know what that looks like. Just do it. Go ahead and take the step, and the clarity that you will get clarity, but you're not going to get that clarity until you do it. You're not going to have this clear picture until you just start doing it, and that's when the things open up for you. And but don't expect it to all make sense before you do it. You know, you've got to just do it.
Yeah, because you can go in a place like when you go to some places to do a seasonal job. You go there, you just start from a place, but you can know what can happen all the way, along the road. You can find out to have to find, I don't know, another job or just another opportunities. You don't have to be an artist 100%. You can, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Until you really believe in that. It's like that. Maybe you're going through a shitty moment, but universe is giving you that to test you, because something better is going to happen. You're not going through a shitty period because that's no. It's because you have to feel it, so you can let it go, because you are gonna receive more. That's all. When you set the intention, when you set the manifestation, people think that for granted, but it's not. It's always because I always say, because when you want something, you have to feel it that it's yours, and you will have it. I mean, we can start to it's full moon. We're close to what's. Did you cleanse your crystal?
Well, solstice obviously was on Friday, and I did.
So we are close around that energy, the solstice energy. And I like that interview around the summer energy, because I love summer. And I mean, you being in California, almost summer, kindish until the winter, let's say, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And of course, it's for you, it's literally a new chapter of your life now. It's it's a new era, it's a new chapter. It's gonna be on the road journey. It's gonna be playing in clubs, in venues. It's gonna be amazing for you. And I think you're gonna share with all of us every steps of the way. But first, we want to see the vinyl. I want to see the CDs. I want to see the album out, and even first the other songs. I mean, look, did you have something? Because of course people have to join the comment thing, because you already dropped some verse or something. So we heard something. So we can. You tease people. But I really have to say thank you for your music, iLUKA. Thank you, because literally, I don't know, it's you on Spotify. It's always you on Spotify. You're my ear when I do go to the gym, when I go to take a shower, when I drive the car, when I was waiting you on that. See, it's iLUKA always. Yeah. It's always there, so no cheating. If I say myself that I stop to listen metal, don't say to anyone. I love it, but at least it's your music. It's just, I think you created something that literally is gonna leave the mark in people. Be always like this, never change. I mean, of course, change. Give always really, you gave a lot of strength in people, and when there are days that are, like not the best, not the worst, but you need a good, even if it's just a sweet, because also I think Queen of Turbulent Arts is a beautiful album. So also listening to them, there is happy song, good mood song, lift-hearted songs. Just go and listen to also that, because I think it's part of who you are, who you were. It's and it's gonna be because of course if people that would like to have a physical copy, there is still available Queen of Turbulent Heart copy of the album.
There isn't actually physical versions of that record at the time, sadly. Yeah.
Maybe in the future. That's
That's
because
pain.
it's a nice because it's a beautiful album also. It's an evolution of still an evolution of who you were before, and the songs are nice. And also people can find Blue Jean Baby, can listen to the beginning and listen to the second. This is a good thing to do. Listen to both the version and do an evolving. So if you are still in that phase that you need a man to save you, just go to listen that and then go to listen on the run.
Absolutely.
That's why I love to do interview when I know every single song of someone, because I don't have to.
And that is why I appreciate you.
Really, I mean, I don't have to do nothing, just listen your music, and that's it. It's was love at first sight. I don't even it started with the Haunted one. We're still here after what, 1 year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah,
it's been a while, so now we have to meet in person. I mean, soon as possible.
I know.
I wish that I could bring with me Kiki Rockwell, because really both of you are two strong women with a vulnerable heart and vulnerable self that you're not afraid to show. I wish to put you in a same live show. If I could have the power to create my own set, just put you, her, Jessie Woodlands, there would be a music, taste for everyone. And so what is in common? Being the true self.
I love that. Yeah, I would be honored to share a bill with
because that's a thing that there are many, like Paris Paloma. We can name it, go and name it forever. But I just really wish you with this album to just blow the record. Literally, you have to crack the record. Otherwise, I'm gonna crack the record for you. I'm gonna go to any promoter. Hey, dude, you have an album here. Yeah, but I know you will. But, you have good people around you. You have good friends and people support you, and you're growing as immediately your views are dropping.
Yeah, I know. It's a slow burn, but I'm here for it. That's all I want to do, and I don't know. I'm in it. I'm totally in it.
It's if we could give really like an adjective, we could say an adjective to your song today, what would it be? Like today, what do you feel with this new upcoming album?
I would say soulful, not in the terms of soul music, but songs with my soul.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what you said about the album.
Yeah. It's hard, one word, but I would say, soulful.
Yeah. So thank you so much, iLUKA, for the time, for the music, for everything. And see you in the next interview with the new album is come, because I will have for sure the vinyl with me, because I need to have something practical to show. And
yes.
And we will have one in person, that's for sure. And we're
putting out there, manifesting that we will meet each other real life, wherever that may be.
It's gonna be in California with no boys though.
Yes, no boys allowed.
No, but I'm done. But at the moment we are okay. I'm gonna listen to your song now while I'm putting the setting away.
Yes.
Thank you so much, iLUKA. Really was really beautiful seeing you again. Enjoy the rest of the day, and looking forward for the next single. And just say to the people, join the coven. Always pre-save it, because really it's important. The pre-saving, it's important. And support more than you can, so we can bring it here also in Europe.
Yes, absolutely.
But thank you, and also subscribe to your YouTube, subscribe to your social media. That's where you can stay updated. You have a website. Just let's say to the people, that's not enough about it. It's always
there's so much coming, so sign up to all the things.
Yeah, everything. Put all the bell on.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It was really nice to see you again.
You.
Have a nice day. Bye. Bye.
Whiskey breath of this romantic